Hello Gemini, and welcome to September's 2014 tarot reading for you. Thanks for joining me and listening in. We have the 4 cards here which designate each week of the month, and this card which is the overall energy feeling of the month. So we might start with this one at the back here, which is actually the 8 of Wands, because it has come out actually reversed. Now the 8 of Wands reversed suggests that you might actually be thinking of things in the past or issues that have happened that you kind of may have a little bit of regret about. So I think that might be on your mind for September, and the card sort of says, look, don't beat yourself up about that. One of the only good things about guilt or worry about things that may have happened in the past is that you can learn from them and you can move forward with perhaps a different perspective or attitude towards it. So you know, you might get some changing behaviour come out of something that you review that you've done yourself. And it does sort of say that you can't force things that have happened, and you can't change them. So just look at how you use your creative energy and make sure you make the most of it for the month coming ahead. We'll go back to the very beginning of September. The first card that arrived, the Hierophant card. Now that's a major arcana card which suggests that you're going to start the month with actually quite a few powerful thoughts or energies around you, because these major arcana cards are often suggestive of fairly important issues that will come up for the month or ping against us for the month. So I think that's a big start for you. It sort of says, again, you may be struggling with an issue that you're unsure about or what's the right thing to do. And again, that comes back to what we've just talked about before. It's like something's on your mind thinking, you know, what's the right thing to do? But know this much, that you've got to consider yourself, not just others. So the right thing for you to do is what makes you feel right. You can't please everyone all the time, and that's the reality of life, but you do have to make yourself happy, because otherwise you're not being true to yourself. And that's an important, I think, thought or energy that might be around you for the beginning of the month. So take everyone's points into consideration, sure, but remember that your life is about you, and if you have a certain perspective or way forward that you want to be going, you have to take that into consideration, even if it's making a few other people disapprove or unhappy. And the next card, the 5 of Wands, sort of suggests the same thing. It suggests there is competition or others putting their 2 cents worth in. You may feel as though you constantly have to stand up for yourself or argue your case all the time. So there seems to be a little bit of that for you at the beginning of the month. But remember that you're worth it, and you're worth, if there's competition around, don't just step back and disappear, because you have as much to offer as anyone else. And if you stand up for yourself and push through for it, you will find that you will achieve. So those 2 cards kind of go together. It definitely feels as if there's someone just around pushing a little bit of argy-bargy energy there for you. And the 10 of Wands, it feels as though you may have had a heavy burden, or you feel like you've been doing a lot lately, and you may have been, whether they be projects at work or some creative project, you've carried a heavy burden, but it's actually showing signs of success. The work and effort you've put in the past is starting to pay dividends. But there are also possibilities that you need to look at ways of lightening your load now. You've probably got to a point on your journey where you need to actually take some time out, slow down, and see if you can share that load around a little bit. I think taking a break for a while, a few days off or a small holiday or something along those lines, would be perhaps a good thing to do at this point in time. Now if we go to the Ace of Pentacles, this is a lovely card to get in your reading, and it's again about new beginnings. This is the gold coin, and it can literally represent finances coming into your life, and it may be via way of inheritance, and that doesn't have to mean that someone's passed over for you to get that. It can be just an unexpected way of money coming into your life. And some other terms for the card are optimism, upbeat and hopeful, starting new projects at any level. So it's a really positive card, the Ace of Pentacles, a nice one to have in your reading. And if we just come back to the Hierophant at the very beginning, it's a spiritual card, and this can be everything from traditional religion to earthbound spirituality forms of religion. There may be tensions between you and others regards your spirituality or religious attitudes at this point in time, or even rules and systems in your life. You feel like they might be pulling at you, and it's like other people are putting their ideas or restrictions on you. And so I think there could be a bit of tension with you wanting to break free or stand up for yourself or your own opinions or your own ideas. And that could be where this sort of tension is coming from or merging to. But I think it leads to some positive change for you if you direct yourself just calmly, one step at a time, in a positive manner, and say, this is who I am, this is what I believe in, and this is the direction I want to go in. So there's lots of, nice energy for you there, Gemini, for the month. It's quite a good reading. You've got a little bit of both. Sort of start off the month with a few, thoughts or emotions that are sitting on your mind a little bit heavy, but I think you transit through that for the month and you come out the other side with quite a lot of new projects or feelings around you that lead you on throughout the rest of the year in a good path. So thanks for listening, Gemini. I wish you all the best for September. Kia kaha and much aroha.